It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And also we have the Merman, who's flying the colors of Film Rage today. It's good to see you wearing the Film Rage merch there, Mur.
Well, I technically was wearing it for the last 10 days. You just didn't notice.
I actually did notice, and I appreciate that. I was wearing it for about 3 of those 10 days, so you're bringing it, and I'm kind of dropping the ball.
I like the smell of it now, because if Murray's been wearing it for 10 days, he smells
He's
sweet.
got different stuff.
Sweet. So sweet.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Yes. Well, thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform, or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a really, really terrible film. And we will watch it if it played anywhere in the world in a cinema. That's the rules. And it can't be a children's movie. That's another rule. So apparently there's 2 rules. Played in a cinema, can't be a children's movie. That's it. So get out there and start daring us to see some terrible, terrible movies to fuel our rage. Now, let's get to raging.
All right, then.
All right. I love this music so much. It feels like it should have like a theme song to it. I think I might write that.
It sounds very circusy to me. Whatever.
It's like, what does Amazing Murman predict? What does the Amazing Merman predict? Does he think?
Well, somehow these two managed to see regular movies in addition to the 50 movies they saw in the last week at the festival. I unfortunately had to work, so I didn't see them. But we'll see.
Merman predicts. Merman predicts.
Get done.
I think I lost Mer.
You lost me.
That smells like pretty good, right? That would be a pretty hooky thing. No. People would be like singing in their cars as they're driving to work.
It's bad enough already.
Predicts.
No.
Merman predicts.
Yeah,
anyway,
you could stop. That would be greatly appreciated.
You guys saw X.
Socks.
It's Socks. SAWX. Socks.
And the creator.
That's correct.
Neither one of which really appealed to me, so I don't really.
You really don't care what we thought of it?
I missed them.
But what did you think we thought of it?
Well, Saw 10 being a horror film, which you normally like.
I do like horror movies.
The last one was just so bad.
You mean Spiral?
Yeah, but it didn't have him in it, right?
No, Chris Rock was not in Socks.
The Socks was the original dude from the first one. So
yeah.
Who knows? I think it's probably pretty bad. You guys probably both raged on it.
Okay, that's option A. And what about the creator?
The creator, I just watched the trailer. It looks very weird.
And it's also directed by the director who did the very best.
The only Star Wars movie you like.
That's right.
And,
actually, both of us like.
And doesn't it have that guy you like in it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
John David Washington.
Yeah, that's the guy. I think it's just...
GW.
It's just weird and quirky enough. You guys might have actually mondoed that one.
Okay. Merman predicts. Merman predicts. All right. Well, I'm taking over the full reins of intros this week. Just because Bryce has got a cold, and we want him to do as little amount of talking, spreading his germs over Murray and I's orifices
if only
as
that
we can.
Were the case every week.
I know, right? Put up a screen in front of his face.
It'll be the only week you won't interrupt me.
That's right.
Oh, I might still interrupt you.
He's still going to interrupt you for sure. So, Saw X. I'm not going to lie.
Socks.
Socks X.
Say it right or don't say it.
Socks.
Socksy. Not gonna lie, I can't remember the last film of Saw, not necessarily Socks, with John Kramer that I saw. I just know that the first one...
It was only a couple of them ago, I think.
I don't know, I can't remember.
Because they keep on... Anyways,
they keep doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but the first one was good. It was really good.
First one was...
Then it progressively gained more awfulness until it crescendoed into the worst of the franchise with the movie Spiral, which we just recently talked about. Definitely the worst of all the franchise. I just remember that he had cancer and he seems to be dying for the last 20 years, is what I keep thinking. It's like,
Well,
how long is he going to die for? Is this going to take,
it's
like...
not 20 years, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, there's a thing. There's definitely a thing, which we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
The thing.
I don't even understand. Anyways, go on.
Yeah, so I'm guessing even the makers of Saw also forgot how he's been dying, because we get the first hour with a renewed fascination with him and his cancer treatment, then some typical torture porn based in nothing humanly possible to overcome, intermixed with John's love affair with Amanda, his successor, who I thought had already taken over his job of torturing and murdering people because they may have stolen something. Like, some of the reasons he wants to kill people, I'm just like, really, dude? I mean, are we really supposed to feel for this sociopath and his psychopath girlfriend? Everything was predictable. The movie was about an hour too long for a 2-hour movie. I did laugh once when the guy taking a heaping helping of his brain out with precision and care, because it was clearly stupid and ludicrous. And it was 10 times worse.
I didn't think Ludacris was in this.
No, it wasn't. But if Ludacris was in it, it would have been actually better. Sorry.
Maybe he was the guy in the mask riding the tricycle.
Yeah, it could have been Ludacris under that. Yeah, that's my prediction, is that Ludacris was the one actually riding with the mask.
He's been to space.
Yeah,
in Fast and Furious. So
exactly.
You never know.
He's probably the mask.
Dude's everywhere.
Yeah. So, Norris, let me say this again. This was 10 times better than the last offering, which was Spiral, which still brings this to 100 times away from anything remotely better than a Rage. And I have a lot to unpack with this. But, Bryce, what did you think of Socks?
You know what? I was looking forward to Socks, and Tobin Bell, is coming back again, and the whole thing that I don't understand with these Saw movies now is I don't even know what the timeline is anymore. I don't. I think they're jumping all over the place.
I can tell you what the timeline is. This one is actually takes place between 1 and 2.
Oh, between 1 and 2.
Between 1 and 2.
But then why in the little thing at the end is the guy in like the place where 1 took place in?
Because he went back. I don't know. Did he
went
go back
to that same place?
I guess maybe in 2. You know what? I stopped. I don't rewatch Saw movies.
I don't think it's between. Is it between 1 and 2? Was Shawnee Smith in the first one? I thought she was in the second one.
Yeah, she's in. Yeah, but somehow she's in the second one. Yeah, there's an order.
I don't think it's. That's what I'm getting confused about, because I don't think she appeared until 2 or 3.
Okay. Do you really want to know this?
Is
this something we need to know?
It's something I need to know so I can. It's really
because it's going to affect your rating.
It is.
Okay.
You mean Shawnee
so
Smith
chronologically? Chronologically,
I don't know what that's talking about.
Jigsaw is the first movie, which I rewatched last night, which was also awful.
So it wasn't called Saw.
And then comes Saw.
Okay.
And then Saw X. Socks.
Okay.
And then Saw 2.
Okay, go to Saw 2.
Yes.
And tell me. No, go to Saw and tell me if Shawnee Smith is in it.
I don't know. It's too much work. I've already spent more time on this than I want to spend.
No, I'm going to it right now then. If you won't do it, I will.
You're literally just wasting time.
No, I need to know this if I'm gonna rate this properly, because I don't understand what's going on.
I don't think it shouldn't really matter.
Does her performance really matter?
Yes. No, it's not about the performance.
Yeah,
it's about,
she's in it.
She's in the first one?
Yeah, she's in the first one.
Okay. Well, then this wasn't bad.
Was she in this one?
What are you talking? Oh my God. Okay, please tell me really
this was all very confusing. The best, you go there basically for the torture porn. I mean, we know what we're getting into with this. And the only they've just run out of good ideas because they're all just so stupid. And the thing is, the first one wasn't about torture porn. It really wasn't.
No, it was really good.
It wasn't, yeah. And then all of a sudden, now that's all it's about, these contraptions.
Except for Spiral, which didn't really have any torture porn. It didn't have anything at all.
But the only good contraption, because I'm you know what, I'm on board with the contraptions. That's cool. I'm on board with that. But the only good one is when he has like a little fantasy when he sees someone like lifting a watch out of a drawer.
Yeah,
and then he has
that's
a little
what I'm saying.
fantasy where the eyeballs get sucked out of the tube and go through the tubes and everything. That was really cool. I like that. But everything else.
So for that, it gets a Mondo?
Everything else was just so.
It's all predictable and boring now. It's really terrible.
I sat there for 2 hours and I was like, wow, I just can't believe how bad this is. Like, I really couldn't. Like,
But her being in Saw 1 would have changed that.
It wouldn't have made a difference.
Of course it
I'm
wouldn't.
still confused about the whole timeline. It's just...
And I don't know why they do that. Like, just fucking end it already.
Yeah, just
you know what?
end
The
it.
reason they did that
If you wanted
was
to
to
do
bring
the
him
prequel,
back
fine, but now you got to bring him back again.
because they released Spiral,
Plus, if
which
it's-
nobody liked, and they were like, you know what's got to save this franchise? How about ending the franchise?
Well,
but
and-
no,
and
instead
that's
they
why
go
I
bring
say-
Tobin Bell back.
That's why I say this movie's called Socks, because it can't be Saw 10, because that implies that it's the last one. That's, you know, it's this is what's happened most recently, which is not true. So it's Socks. It's not Saw 10. It can't be Saw 10, because if it's 10, that means that what happened in this
so
movie.
what does the word socks mean? Is that
I don't know. That's what they called the movie, Socks. Because if they called it Saw 10, then there's a chronological order to it.
Oh, I know why they called it socks.
Why do they call it
Because that
socks?
little kid they gave all the money to was wearing socks.
Yeah, but they spelt it wrong.
Hey, took place in Mexico. What do we know?
They don't. What are you talking about? Now you're not.
I'm
even
saying
making
this
any
movie's
sense.
terrible. Why are we talking
Why are
about
you
it
still talking
anymore?
about
So at the end of the day,
It's a rage.
just don't put words in my mouth.
Okay.
It's a rage.
All right. Well, there's a couple things I want to
As I
unpack.
predicted.
This was so predictable too. Like it was just terribly predictable.
I honestly thought it was going to be fun. I was like, I was actually semi looking forward to this. I mean, I wasn't raising the bar too high, but I was.
And
I was
I
like,
don't,
you know what?
I don't know how
Tobin
we.
Bell's involved. You know, maybe it'll
He's
be
been
okay.
involved with a lot of these.
No, he's only not that many of them, but yeah,
He's been
quite a few.
involved in enough of them. Here's the thing. I don't understand, like, because they come out of this movie like they're like the best people that's ever lived. These people are, one is a sociopath and one is a psychopath, and together they're murdering people for things that really aren't murderable. The one that was the true evil bitch, she won't deserve the torture porn. But the one who was addicted to drugs and was really only doing things because she was a drug addict and needed the money, they're gonna fucking kill this lady because she took a small part in his terrible event that happened to him. We won't spoil it for people, but here's a spoiler. This movie's awful. There's your spoiler. So this is the shit that pisses me off. It's like, don't try and make this guy out to be like fucking Robin Hood who's saving people's lives. He's basically a sociopath who murders people for the stupidest reasons. It's like, you gotta turn a lesson. I didn't actually murder you because you made the decision not to cut your face off or something like that. It's like, these movies are awful. The first one was good. I can't stand franchises, and I hate this franchise. It's so stupid.
Do you know what?
And I own them all, which makes me even more angry.
Do you know what the subtitle for Saw 7 was?
What?
The final chapter.
Oh, fuck.
That was in
now.
2010.
Yeah.
We're still talking about Saw.
Socks.
Socks.
Yeah, get it right.
Well,
All right.
yeah.
Well, enough of that. To jump into quite possibly another film that could be the best science fiction AI movie that has ever been made. Because, I mean, he made Rogue One, the best Star Wars movie. So there's hope. The creator. Now, warning, I am going to put some spoilers in here. For people who are anxious to see creator, turn the podcast off. Listen to my, maybe just listen to my review with the spoilers. And then you can decide whether or not you should see this movie. So, John David Washington and Allison Janney.
What spoilers
Plus-
did you put in this?
What's that?
I don't know. What spoilers?
No, I'm going to give spoilers.
There are no spoilers.
I'm going to give spoilers.
That's the most linear story ever.
Okay. Well, you know, I know the trailer told you everything, but that's okay. People don't know that until they see the movie. Now that we've seen it, we know that's the case. Sorry,
All right, go ahead.
That's also part of a spoiler. So, John David Washington, Allison Janney, plus the little CLF robot kid were all great. And the music used in this film was also pretty outstanding. I mean, they literally played almost an entire Radiohead song. So for that alone, this should be a Mondo. But, and like my wife says, whenever I wear my Speedo, there is a big but coming. I do not know who this movie was for. It had copious amounts of killings, yet a plot made for kids. And on top of that, you have the expectations that this is going to be a science fiction action movie. But really, it's a cat and mouse film where basically John David Washington gets chased to location, a few people die, then he escapes by what I imagine is movie magic or perhaps sleight of hand, and does this basically for about 2 solid hours of going to different locations where, against most of the, and I'm putting in quotes here, bad American army people get killed. They don't get killed, but kill everyone. Where they are battling AI robots who should have perfectly accurate shots, yet they never seem to hit anybody. So I didn't really get that part, followed by the fact I had no idea who was having the war. Because they talk about the Asia Pacific, like the Asia Pacific likes the AI, so we need to be stealthy because they don't want to go to war with Asia Pacific. But then proceed to go wherever the fuck they want and do whatever the fuck they want with their Nomad weapon, which also makes absolutely no sense. Why it could not have been easy for this thing to get blown up with a land-to-air missile, because apparently it's really, really, really easy to blow up.
I don't know why you're harping on all this technical
more
stuff.
On that in a minute.
All right.
And they continually show families with robot parents and human kids, or human parents with robot kids.
Isn't that nice?
So I was totally confused how any of this happened.
Yes.
Like, if I have sex with a robot today, is she gonna have a robot baby? Or if I'm a robot man, is there robot sperm that can impregnate a human woman?
Only the future can tell that there.
And it wasn't once or twice. Through the whole movie, they kept showing these scenes about mixed human robot families. To coin a Bryceism,
yes,
I was totally confused, Murray. Okay, so on top of that, and all that
I don't know what you're getting so worked up
and that the film
about.
just kept doubling down on different levels of stupid to the point where by the end of the film, the army, Murray, please imagine this. Close your eyes and imagine this. The army just lets Robot Girl and JDW roam around the robot kill machine Nomad and just do whatever they want to shut it down. Like,
I don't know why you're
and they were there for like
apart.
for a half an hour, Murray. The army just said, you know what, we should probably leave and let them do whatever they want on this ship because we're not looking for the robot girl, which they were on the ship. But then they all said, you know what, I'm tired.
Butt.
I'm tired of being on this robot.
You're looking for.
But what made this the absolute worst was that they absolutely ran out of ideas. So I'm sure the director said,
what are you talking about?
I know what we can do.
Yeah.
I made Rogue One, and it was awesome. So let's end it exactly like that. But instead of Princess Leia, substitute her for the robot CLF, landing in the most convenient location, and bombs that magically just land sideways and don't blow up.
Why are we care about any of this?
My final notes on this are that I never like to normally listen to crazy ladies in cinema when they talk about how good or bad movies are. But that lady we met at the cinema the other day who warned us, and she had kind of one of those voices like, I warn you, this movie's not good. Yeah, so
sorry.
She was a soothsayer. That's what I'm saying. She's a soothsayer. I don't even know if she saw the movie, but she had that creepy finger pointing at us saying, you'll regret it. This movie's terrible.
Was she an old witch with one of those seeing eye orbs?
No, she didn't have any of that. She didn't have a magic 8-ball. She didn't have
really
nothing.
Hard on this movie.
Yeah, no.
Apparently.
Yeah,
I thought he would like it.
So no, this movie, with which I had hoped that it was going to be good, and progressively got more ridiculous and annoying and convenient as it progressed. So much that it crescendoed into the worst AI sci-fi cat and mouse movie with a Rogue One ending that I've ever seen. This movie was awful. It was a rage. About an hour into it, I'm like, not even JDW can save this movie. Even he was bad in this movie. Actually, Allison Janney was not also great in this.
This movie was not about any of those things that you just mentioned. I don't understand.
This is the whole movie.
That wasn't the movie at all. I watched a different movie apparently.
Okay, well, what did you watch?
It was a movie about family. And it was in the family dynamics between robot kids and human parents and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, so exactly. I'm still not sure who this movie was made for.
At any rate, John David Washington as Joshua was very good. let's start there. The performances in this were very good, including him, Ken Watanabe, always awesome as Haroon.
He was great.
And a little breath of fresh air. I have never seen Allison Janney in a role like this. So it's just nice to see her. I'm not saying she knocked it out of the park or anything.
She didn't knock it out of the park.
She didn't. But I've never seen her try to tackle a role like this. And
I kind of wish she didn't try to tackle this.
It kind of shows me that maybe she doesn't have the range I thought she did.
Or maybe this is just not. Maybe she knew how bad this movie was.
No.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Bryce might have liked this. Keep talking.
At the end of the day, the whole thing rests on the young shoulders of Madeline Una Voiles as Alfie. If you fall in love with her, then you're gonna like this movie. Okay.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are.
I loved her.
But if you don't, then you're not. And if you're gonna, everything you said was, moderately true.
It was 100% true.
But it's about family. It's not all about this techie stuff. I know it's a science fiction movie, but it's more of a drama. And young Madeline was amazing.
She was good, yeah.
And those final scenes with her and JDW are amazing. Which got this to a meh.
I can't even believe those words are coming out of your mouth.
I love
this
the
is the person that doesn't like Alien. Gave Alien a rage and gives this movie.
He hated Dune too.
Yeah, he hated.
Yeah,
well,
Dune.
no, he gave it a meh. He gave.
Okay, well,
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? 2.5 hours of I gave a meh?
I can't even understand how you got past the first hour of this, where it was the exact same thing. Let's go to a location, and then everybody there gets killed, and then you know what? We need to go to another location. I'm sorry,
because I wasn't about any of that.
Please just tell me.
I was about
it's
the
not
relationship between JDW and young Madeline there.
Yeah, there wasn't even really a relationship. There was no real character. No, there wasn't. No,
there definitely was.
No, there was definitely not. For the first half of the movie, he hated her and there's no reason why she even went with him. For the entire first half of the movie, he was a total asshole to her. Like what you're imagining?
There's been a lot of Blade Runner knockoffs, and this is one of the better ones.
This is not a Blade Runner knockoff. This is the Rogue One ending where everybody dies except the girl. It's like this movie's terrible.
There's just enough talent in this movie.
It doesn't matter the talent
to keep the heads above water. It never drowns.
No, Bryce, because acting is good in a movie doesn't make the movie good. It's not a thing.
I didn't say the movie was good. I said the movie was meh because of the acting.
Okay, this is like the worst. This is the worst perception of a movie ever. Ever.
That is not true.
You can't tell me that everything I said wasn't annoying you through the.
No, none of it was annoying me because I wasn't watching it through those eyes. You're sitting there picking apart this stupid sci-fi movie. Well, all sci-fi movies are stupid, so that's where I start with all of them. They're all going to be completely dumb. So this one was no different than any of the other ones, just like Alien was completely dumb.
No, Alien is good.
And
it's a horror movie.
And that's the long and the short of it. So when I go into a sci-fi movie now, if I can get some good performances out of it and they make me care about the characters.
I didn't care about either of them when the both died.
I did, and that's what I said. It absolutely rests on the shoulders of Alfie. And if you care about Alfie, you're going to care about this movie. If you don't care about Alfie, then you're not. Apparently you didn't.
No.
So there you go. So
she was an evil.
She was
evil.
She was evil.
Against humanity.
She was absolutely. Okay, you did not watch the movie then. She's the complete opposite of that. She was all for.
She blew up the giant killing machine.
Okay, now we're getting into spoilers, but no, she didn't. Anyways.
Yeah, this movie's awful. Please
take
more.
This movie, if it's between this and Socks, go to this.
I don't know. Avoid them both.
How about avoid them both? That's my choice.
You know what? You're at the theater.
This 2
one's
hours.
playing in 3 theaters, and Socks is playing in the other 4.
Yeah.
You go to this one.
Just go to a art house cinema and watch something different.
Or read a book.
Yeah, but if you're not there,
take 2 hours and read a book.
No.
Miss this
go
week
support your cinema. Don't miss this week. Keep on supporting cinema.
Just don't go see either of these. Go see something else that you haven't seen yet.
Go
see Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer
again?
Yeah, again.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure Eau Claire's bringing them back.
Yeah, let's bring back. Let's go see Barbenheimer so they can both make $8 billion.
Yeah.
Well, I hope
They've
neither one of
made
these
their money.
movies.
Who cares?
I hope neither one of these
Yeah.
make money, so they don't make another one. That's what I hope.
Whatever. I'm looking forward to The Creator Part 2.
You are sick. You've just convinced me right now.
Yeah, the movie was fine.
His brain is rotting from the inside out. All right, Murd, let's get some joy.
Well, not surprisingly, I don't have a whole lot because,
What?
been busy a little. Yeah, I did have an observation about, Saturday night. One of the very few times I actually got to see these guys.
Yes.
We saw a movie together.
We did.
We did have high hopes for that. Wasn't as good as we thought.
Yes, it wasn't.
It was basically Taken 4. But
Yeah, it was kind of like Taken 4.
Was it Korean or Filipino or whatever? I don't know what language.
It was
Thailand, so I guess it was
Thailand.
Thai. So
It was
anyway,
Thai.
So it was a Thai version of Taken. But anyway, I were sitting, near the back with our good friend who was actually volunteering there, and the thing that annoys me, I found more recently, and the people that come in late.
To movies.
I don't mean people who come in like right after it starts because they're in line.
You mean
for
like 10
popcorn.
minutes after the movie's
10, 15
playing?
minutes into the freaking movie, like 20 minutes. This is including the trailers, so basically half an hour. They're just late. There's one jackass who was sitting right across from me in the next row. Him and his buddy came in. Like the movie started, it was like 5 minutes in, and they came in, didn't even care about being quiet. They were like yapping and making noise. And yeah, then the guy, during the course of the film, proceeded to spill his beer down the aisle. So, yeah, and then he got up halfway through and left and came back, and I'm like he didn't want to even be there. Like,
Well, then go.
those kind of people just annoy the crap out of me. Like, if you're not there for the theater experience, then don't ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, or, maybe take a lesson. What's that, My Fair Lady? Watch My Fair Lady, the movie edition, and she teaches you how movie etiquette.
Oh, did she? I don't remember that.
I don't know. It hasn't been made yet, but
Oh.
My Fair Lady 2, the movie edition.
I mean My Fair Lady 2 if they went into the
Yeah, if they went
movie.
into the cinemas, and she said, just watch the first one, watch My Fair Lady, and then she probably teaches you etiquette to be respectful to people around you.
Sure.
I think
Someone
I'm going to
should-
watch A House on Haunted Hill again, the original with Vincent
there you
Price.
There you go.
Does that have anything to do with what we're talking about right now?
No, not really.
Maybe.
Just-
Was My Fair Lady, was he dating Vincent Price?
No, I don't think he was even in that.
No, but she might have been dating him. They were both around the same time when they were
Audrey
popular.
Hepburn?
Yeah,
I know.
sure. It
Yeah,
was
sure,
kind of
let's go with
related.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So if you go to movies, just behave. Like, shut the hell up and watch the movie.
Yeah,
That's
good
all I'm
point.
saying.
All right.
I'm on side with that.
Thanks.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Darth Vader, is that you?
So my rage, you would think it'd be the two movies that I watched. But no. It's not going to be that. Murray has inspired me.
Uh-oh.
There's this douchebag that shows up to all the film festivals.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what his name is. I'm calling him douchebag.
Let's call him that.
And every time I saw him, he was doing something that annoyed me. But the first thing that annoyed me is most people who maybe go to the cinemas, they don't get the experience of actually lining up to go into a cinema. But it's a thing when you go to a film festival because they have like 6 theaters going and they're all playing a different movie and they're all going at different times. They have to clean the movies between them. It's a real busy, crazy situation. So this douchebag, who usually comes in and stands at the front of the line with his ugly face.
With his man purse.
Yeah, whatever. I've got a man purse. I'm okay with that. But we're standing in line probably for a good 20 minutes because it was a pretty popular movie. And then as we start to let in, he comes up the escalator and then just comes right in front of us and goes in to the cinema. And then he had this ugly look on his face like, I'm ugly and I just stole the place in line. And not one person, not one of the volunteers
Complained. Yeah.
that said to him, you know, the lineup is over there, motherfucker.
So were you raging against the volunteers?
It's because
Yeah.
the volunteers are trying to be nice.
Just like, no, I'm not gonna say it.
Just like your love of Donald Trump.
We love the volunteers.
Just like your love of Donald Trump. I hate the volunteers.
Yes, excuse me. Is your love of Donald Trump the reason you hate the volunteers?
That's right.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah, so anyway, you know what? I'm kind of piling on Murray's point. Like, people who are dicks, just don't go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
Just stay away. Go rent a movie at home.
People that are dicks, go to the movie theater, but, don't be a dick for 2 hours.
I don't think they can do that. It's
Don't
just
sit
not
by me.
possible.
Everybody's capable of it.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Plus, those 2 movies I watched,
I'm
they
a
were
dick,
terrible.
and I'm not a dick in the theater.
Yeah, but you sit in the back and you
sometimes
don't
you're
talk. That's different.
You barely say anything, ever.
That's right.
The only time anyone's ever heard you talk is on this
Just on the podcast.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Otherwise, I just give them the death stare.
That's right. You have the desk.
Resting bitch face. Or as I like to say, you've got this permanent sour cunt look on your face.
That's
Anyway.
terrible.
It's true, though.
It is.
Whatever.
Just look at him. He's a total sour cunt.
Yeah, well, he looks half dead right now.
All right.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all you got? Okay. See what Mr. Happy has to say.
I don't really have much this week. I mean, honestly, probably my biggest rage is the fact that there's 10 Saw movies. Just doesn't need to be. That's it.
Well, you know what? It's a pretty good rage. It's
No-
probably it's better than
No
most of your
franchise
rages.
should ever.
You know
get
what the
to 10.
problem is for some reason, every time they suck me in, because I'm like, you know what? They're going to
might be as
recapture that first movie.
They're gonna do like the
They've
first
had
one.
8 shots at it, and they've all failed miserably, but this is the one.
This is the one.
This is the one. We got Tobin Bell back. It's
Yeah.
going to be good. I know it is. And it just was not.
You know, that's the same thing with the Scream franchise. It's like the first one was good. And
Yeah.
then, you know what? They just needed to stop making them.
Stop.
Yeah.
It's just like all franchises. There's not really a good franchise.
I actually didn't hate Scream 2. I
Yes.
hated Scream 3, though. and
2
everyone
wasn't
after.
terrible.
Yeah, 2
2
wasn't
was
terrible.
okay.
I did enjoy.
Well, and Saw 2 wasn't
Who
the
died at the
worst. I
beginning
mean,
of
it did
Scream
get
2.
progressively worse.
Plus, you've got Saw X, Socks,
Yeah. Get it right. idiot.
which was amazing. Well, it's not amazing. Sorry.
Was amazing.
was the opposite of amazing. It was terrible.
was the opposite of amazing.
But then you got another franchise with Jason X, which was amazing. because
it's the most
because
ridiculous.
It's so funny.
It's the most ridiculous of all the
Nothing in it.
Jasons.
Is that where he
you
goes
talk
to
about
space?
you talk about science. There is none in that movie.
There's so much, so
It's not
lack
supposed to
of
be in
sense.
slasher movies.
Oh man, it's so
You
good.
can't argue science in a slasher movie.
Why didn't Jigsaw go to space?
You know what?
If you're going 10 sequels, that should be what you do in the 10th sequel.
That's all.
Jason wrote us right. That's the thing. If
Hey.
you go to space at 10,
Fast
the-
9 went to space.
yeah,
Not Fast.
They were
X.
one.
yeah, why they were one soon.
They were one too soon. That's why that movie was terrible.
That's why
Yes.
Fast X was terrible because
Yeah.
they went to space in the 9th one.
That's
oh
right.
man, everybody's
No,
blowing
remember
it.
he gave Fast X a man.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
did I?
you did. Yeah,
Really?
because of the acting. Again, the
Momoa
movie was.
Good for
I bet you
acting.
Momoa
Yeah,
saved
you did it
for
for
you.
Jason Momoa.
No,
You said-
oh yeah, Jason Momoa was hilarious in it.
yeah. See, there you
I
go.
gotta
Again,
look
giving
that
out
up,
giving
though.
out mez like candy.
I don't think I
Yes,
gave it a
like-
yeah,
man.
you know what?
Is it my
You-
first Mev, the franchise, the Fast and the Furious franchise?
Yes, it was the first.
Because
You've
everyone
actually
was
seen
a
them all.
rage up until
Well,
that
the
one.
movie itself is a rage. Anyway, we got sidetracked. Now you're making me rage. You
but
and
yeah,
your
just-
stupid ratings
I'm
are making
sick.
me rage.
I can't remember
Well,
anything.
the point of the whole thing is stop making sequels.
Yeah, it's just stop it.
Yes, what Murray said.
Yeah. Ditto.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Well, everyone, get ready for us to be back next week with a full episode with the lists and Rage or Dare. And thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to Extended Film Rage family, you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey, the nerdy photographer, and God of Rage for the voice of Rage or Dare. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We are always wanting to make a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, or send us an email to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, but no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, please, please make us rage. Oh, that's it for this whole week. A rage on.
You know what? I just looked it up. I did give Fast X a meh.
Because you're an idiot.
That's not true.
Rage on.
Rage on.